Hey everybody, today we're going to take an updated look at what's going on in Arizona next year. We've got President and we've got U.S. Senate. This is a pivotal state, and we got a brand new poll out from Emerson. Usually they're fairly reliable, so let's get into it. First, in that U.S. Senate race, now we don't know for sure if Sinema is going to run for re-election, but this says that if she does run as an independent, this could actually pull away votes from the Republicans and help the Democrats. So that's an interesting dynamic, because up until recently she was a Democrat, she won as a Democrat, so her becoming an independent, you'd think that she would still have a decent enough appeal with the Democrats, at least more so than with the Republicans, but this might say otherwise. Let's go down here and read what they say. This has Joe Biden with a 40% approval rating, 49% disapprove. With Governor Katie Hobbs, 40% approve, 42% disapprove. And a pivotal voting bloc is going to be independents. With those voters, this has Biden at a 38% approval. Now we've got the presidential primaries. There's nothing really notable on either side, but with the Democrats, this has Biden at 65% support. Kennedy is at 10%, Williamson all the way down at only 2%. We've got 21% undecided. On the Republican side, Donald Trump leads with similar support. He's at 58%. Ron DeSantis, he's at 11%. Look who's in third place. It's Chris Christie with 6%. Ramaswamy has 4%. And then down from there. Less than 1% are undecided, 9% say someone else. So in Arizona, as of now, it is definitely going to be Biden and Trump. Now how about the general election? We know Trump won it by a few points in 2016, very nearly lost it in 2020. It's up for grabs, either side could win it. Well, in the two-way race between Trump and Biden, Trump leads 45-43, 9% someone else, 4% undecided. They also pull a three-way race between Trump, Biden, and Cornel West, and there's not a lot of change. Cornel West pulls in 4%, Trump goes down to 42%, Biden goes down to 41%, still 6% say someone else, 7% undecided. So the Democrats are fearful of Cornel West pulling away votes from Biden, but in this three-way race, West is pulling away just as much from Trump, if not more, than he is from Biden. Trump goes down from 45 to 42, Biden goes down from 43 to 41. So this is just one poll, easily could be taken as anecdotal or an outlier, but for whatever reason, Cornel West, the farther left candidate, is not giving Donald Trump an easier win in Arizona. Some more breakdowns here. It says Hispanic voters, an estimated 19% of the electorate, support Biden over Trump 52 to 41, compared to white voters who break for Trump 46 to 41, who make up an estimated 74% of the electorate. Those are interesting numbers. I would think Biden should be winning Hispanic voters by more than 11%, and Trump should be winning white voters by more than 5. And then we've got the men and women breakdown. Men go for Trump 50 to 40, women go to Biden 45 to 40. That's also not much of a gap there for Biden. I would think he'd be winning women by more than 5%. Now, how about the U.S. Senate race? Well, first we've got primaries. The Democrats mostly seem to be united behind Ruben Gallego. There's going to be a lot more focus on the Republican side. So in that GOP primary, Kari Lake is leading with 42%. Mark Lamb, who's actually already running for this seat, he gets only 11% support. Blake Masters gets 7%, and then down from there. The Democrats have 48% supporting Gallego, 40% undecided. Unless something dramatic happens there, it looks like it's going to be Gallego. Now in the head-to-head matchup between Gallego, Sinema, and Lamb, 36% support Gallego, 29% support Lamb, 21% support Sinema, 15% undecided. If you take off the independent Sinema and just have a head-to-head between Gallego the Democrat and Lamb the Republican, then they both get 42% with 16% undecided. Now they also used Brian Wright instead of Mark Lamb as the Republican nominee. His support is lower than Lamb. For whatever reason, they did not poll Kari Lake in here in the head-to-head matchups. I don't know why. I know she has not declared, Mark Lamb has, but she is the theoretical frontrunner for the GOP nomination. So down here this says what we already talked about. Sinema is pulling away more vote from the Republican than the Democrat. 21% of Republicans would vote for Sinema, even with Lamb on the ballot, but only 8% of Democrats would support Sinema over Gallego. So that is concerning for the Republicans. Seems like everybody loves and hates a spoiler, depending on which side they're on, but as of right now, it does look like Sinema is a spoiler for the Republicans. It's very early, things can and will likely change, but it looks like Democrats are pretty much done with Sinema. Republicans more likely to embrace her. You could come up with your own motivations as to why that is. Down here we have some more breakdown between white voters and Hispanic voters. Gallego gets a plurality of Hispanic voters at 44. White voters are split between Gallego and Lamb. 23% go to Sinema. But here's another key point. Of those who voted for Biden in 2020, 71% support Gallego, with Trump voters voters, only 57% support Lamb, 27% of those are going to cross over and support Sinema. That's a huge number to lose if you're the Republican, and if that holds up, there's no way the Republicans are going to flip that seat. So those are the main races to take a look at. They also ask about the most important issues. You could take a look at those here. Here's another interesting question. Voters were asked if they support or oppose a top two primary system, aka the jungle primary, in which voters cast ballots for any candidate regardless of party, and the two candidates receiving the most votes regardless of party will advance to the general election. A plurality of voters, 40% support this system, 32% oppose a top two primary, 28% unsure. Democrats are more supportive, 49% support, 23% oppose, 39% of Republicans oppose, independents are split but closer to the Democrats, and then younger voters are more likely to support it. And then we also have a question about ranked choice voting. 47% of voters oppose a voting system in Arizona, while 31% support it. Independents are opposed, 46 to 34. A slight majority of voters under 30 support it, but then the support declines in the older age brackets. I like how they polled that, and I don't know what to make of those results. Usually you hear ranked choice voting. That's something a lot of people want, and I know a lot of people aren't probably fully aware of what it is, but in this poll, it's the other way around. Voters are opposed to it. There's only 22% that are unsure. Maybe if they change the wording or explained it more, that could change. Sometimes it's something new, people aren't sure what to make of it, or maybe they just don't like it in Arizona. I could see having ranked choice voting separately in each primary, and then again in the general election. I just don't want to see everybody on one ballot in the primary, where you can have two candidates in the same party in the general election. But other than that, I do like runoffs. This is another way to have an instant runoff, but it doesn't matter what I think. Voters of Arizona, not the biggest fan as of right now. So this sample size was 1,337 registered voters. And one last thing we could do, if we go all the way back to the top, there's a link here that will give you the full results with the crosstabs, all the different questions, the complete breakdown. It uses an Excel spreadsheet. The formatting is a little bit off, so I don't want to go all the way into it. Just wanted to cover the highlights from this Emerson poll. Interesting results out of Arizona. Looks like the presidential race is going to be very, very close. Some different dynamics happening in the U.S. Senate. This is definitely a state to watch. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about these poll results? What do you make of Cornel West not really helping Trump much? Who's going to be the Republican nominee for U.S. Senate? Is Sinema going to run again? Why is she taking away more votes from the Republicans? How about the ranked choice voting results? Let me know your thoughts down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.